Hello friends, I'm back for RPG A Day 2019 for day 9, and today for day 9 the topic is critical, and that's an easy one. Unlike yesterday where I really had to struggle, critical is a really easy topic to go into. Critical hits have been a part of D&D since I started playing. I remember, I think it was in an issue of the Best of Dragon magazine. They had a don't quote, well, I'm in video. It's like you're gonna quote me on this, but I think it was on an issue of the Best of Dragon magazine that had a set of critical hit tables which really intrigued me, but I never really got around to using them. I was never an avid user of critical hit tables. There were lots of them. I have lots of them. I bought cards from Paizo, cards for D&D 5th edition. I have supplements on critical, but I've never really used them. That's a funny thing. I did use the rules for double damage on the roll of a 20. I think that came out in 2nd edition. The build up on that on 3rd edition with confirmation and weapons doing different critical values and so on and so forth. But a couple of weeks ago I was having a conversation. I can't remember the topic exactly. I think it was in 2nd edition, and my friend Richard reminded me of this book. I don't know how many of you remember the Player Options Combat and Tactics. These were supplements put out by TSR when they revised and reprinted their AD&D 2nd edition rule. They took off the 2nd edition. It was just AD&D. The books were full color, but I got all these books. The reissue of Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide, Monster Manual. I really disliked the art on those ones. Was there one for Monster Manual? I can't remember. Probably was. But that's neither here nor there. These books were additional optional rules that really built upon the game. You can see things here like movement and facing and what would probably later call attacks of opportunity. You can see the progression of the rules into a new rule set. But this book specifically had a set of critical rules, critical hit rules, which I did not remember until Richard brought them up. And it's your typical fare. You have a table with hit location, where you roll on to determine where the hit happened. If you hit a 10, there it goes to the head. And on all these tables, you roll a 1d12. But there can obviously be modifiers to the roll because you can get 13 or more on these rolls. And if you, for example, slashing weapons versus animals, if you hit a leg or a wing and you hit a 12, the leg or wing is severed at mid-thigh, no move or attack, severe bleeding. And then number 13 is as 12 above, but with triple damage. So a 12 just slashes off the wing or the leg. 13 just does triple damage on top of that. It's brutal, but it's really weird when you get to the table on head location on the head. If you roll a 12, the result is head severed, immediate death. And then 13 is as 12 above with triple damage dice. I don't know, between you and me, and a creature with a severed head and dead, triple damage is not going to do much of a difference. I found it funny. I did not remember these tables until Richard pointed them out, and it's a good trip down memory lane. I've been pulling these old books out of the bookshelf to do these, so I'm enjoying them. If you saw it, it popped there for a minute. These are bookmarks put out by Nord Games with fantasy art that you use to keep your place around the books. They're sets for players and for game masters. And I got some for myself and for my players, and they're real nice. Non-paid advertisement. I've gotten a lot of mileage out of these. So that's my video response for day 9 of RPG A Day 2019. Thank you everybody for listening. See you all tomorrow.